Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing another Ratholes video, this time on Valguero. I know I'm a little late this time and I'm not doing it right after launch, but I found a couple Ratholes after launch that still haven't been patched and I've still yet to see in any videos. So a couple of these are going to be Ratholes that I've seen in videos, and a couple of them I found myself and I don't think have been shown online yet. So we'll go ahead and start off with this guy. He's pretty popular. He's in a lot of videos, but over here at the castle over by Oil Cave, you can come to 60.4, 10.4. Really hard to miss the castle, but you'll just go into the castle back here. I put this guy at number 5 just because a stego actually can fit through here, so that's gonna make the spot way weaker than what it should be. And same thing with our other number 5 spot. So I decided to tie two rat holes into the same spot just because they're kind of the same. So we're over here at our other number 5 spot, and you can make your way not too far from the other one actually, but 49.4 and 10. And then you got like this little hole over here. Once again, a stego can fit through here, so it's not super strong. But I would say this one's a little stronger than the other one because you can get tech turrets a little higher up. And tech turrets on players only will knock them off their stegos pretty easily. But you got a good amount of room in here. I mean, you can obviously fit like a forge or a replicator, anything you're going to need. So not super defendable, but it's better than just building out in the open. So that's always a plus. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to our number 4 spot. Alright, over here at our number 4 spot, we have two rat holes again. These two are also already online and a lot of people know about them. But these ones are way stronger than the previous ones because a stego nor a triceratops will fit through the entrance. So they'll have to carbo raid you or Deinonychus raid or something along those lines. Once Andrew Sarkis are in the game, they'll probably fit through as well. But you have like these little hobbit holes right off the beach. So if you just come over here to like the island that has the castle, it's pretty easy to find. They're also side by side, so you can take both if you would like. I personally wouldn't even bother too much with like turrets right here. I would put a couple just to make sure people can't like just walk in. But these turrets aren't going to be too hard to get rid of because they'll probably just whistle a turtle up to them and then run behind with rockets. But right here, where the room actually opens up, you could build a whole death wall back here and just litter turrets in this room. I would spend the majority of your turret cap in here, and I think that'll make it a pretty difficult time. They will be able to probably uncryo a stego right here, I would imagine. Let's go ahead and spawn one in. So yeah, they'll probably be able to get a stego out. That's going to make it a little harder to defend right there. But at least if you're online, you should be able to net gun them if you're on a modded server. If not, you can just use a Thyla. And then your second one is going to be all the way over here. I was testing to see if a stego would actually fit through it. They do not. Same exact design. So yeah, not a bad little rat hole. Let's go ahead and move on to our number 3 spot. Go ahead and move on to our number 3 spot. I do want to take a second to give a shout out to my own cluster. It is a no wipe cluster, 15x, and the server name is #lab. There will be a link in the description and the comments below if you guys want to check it out. Join the Discord, read up on it a little bit, see if it's a server that you may enjoy. And we offer over 55 modded caves, including some of the rat holes on this list, and just about every cave on Valguero. The next rat hole is actually modded on my server to be way stronger. You can no longer fit just about any tame in it, so they'll have to actually rocket run it, and that makes it extremely strong for any solo or duo players looking to start up. And yeah, I'll let you guys go ahead and get to the number 3 spot. Catch you guys later. Alright, we're over here at our number 3 spot. Gonna be on the other side of the map now. 45.8 latitude and 92.6 longitude. This one is kind of hard to find because it's covered up by like these trees. But you got this archway that's a good landmark. And then you got this like little hot spring. That's a good landmark. Or I guess the waterfall. But if you go to that little flat water piece right there and follow the waterfall, it'll take you underneath this bridge. A stego can obviously fit through underneath this spot. And then you'll take a left. Stego no longer fits right here. And then you gotta go underwater. Which is why I would say this spot made it to number 3, even though it's a little smaller than the other one. Because underwater rating's really annoying. You gotta use scuba gear or tech suits, and it's just overall pretty annoying. But with a stego not fitting through there, it makes it really strong. You could do turrets all over the ceiling on here, making it even stronger. And you're not going to be able to fit a forge or a replicator in here, sadly. But you can fit your vaults, your cryo forge, your chem benches, fabricators, and smithies perfectly fine. You can obviously fit more than this. This is just what I put together real quick just to show you guys. Nice little small rat hole. Decent water tunnel. And if you're like a solo, you're probably using like anglerfish, so you can breed your anglerfish in here. Maybe you can do like some aggro baryonyxes, that might help a little bit. Especially if you have them on like a dino leash, so that way they can't come out of the water. Then they're gonna have a pretty hard time actually killing them. Yeah, not a bad little spot. Moving on to our number 2 spot. Over here at our number 2 spot, you're going to want to make your way into the under part of Valguero for the next 2 spots, actually. So, if you want to come down here, I think flyers still do not work on official down here. So, that'll give you the benefit of not having to worry about Quetzals, since this one is actually going to be up in the ceiling. And I put this one, I was debating between this one and the other one for the number 1 spot. I decided to put this one on the number 2 spot because you do have like a nice little fob spot up here that they could probably get down. And then I don't know, it's still a really strong spot, but you do have like these sloped edges that people can definitely stand on and snipe down. But I would get like a tower out here, which is why I think this spot's really strong. It's because you got this flat spot up above the ground, so they're not just gonna be able to walk up here. You're gonna have to find a way to get up here and then soak your tower, and then you'll come up here into the rat hole, and it's pretty decent size too. So you got your entrance right here, and you come way back. Pretty big rat hole. So you can definitely fit your forges and replicators in here with no problem. And yeah, you have tons of space. But let's go ahead and move on to our number 1 spot. And over here at our number 1 spot, we're going to be in the radiation zone of the underground on Valguero. So that's why I decided to put this one at our number 1 spot. Although you don't have as nice of a tower spot, you are in the radiation, which forces them into either hazmat or a tech suit to raid you. And then I believe you can use a tech bubble to defeat radiation in your own base. So you don't have to worry about radiation while living here, but they have to worry about radiation while raiding you. And you can see there's tons of room here to do your forges, replicators, and this one's vertical versus the other one was horizontal. So that is another really strong point about this one, is now they have to come up to destroy all these turrets. Which is incredibly hard to do, especially if you're online. I would say this one probably would hold its own even offline, as opposed to many other rat holes that are in ASA wouldn't really be able to do that. They do kind of depend on you being online to defend them. But overall, pretty solid. I would definitely say this one's one of the better rat holes in the game at the moment. So if this is available, I'd definitely recommend taking it. yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So I'll catch you guys later.